Good afternoon and welcome to BJC Mitzvah Day number 131, part 2. Mitzvah Day keeps us on its way, the obligation to separate the ashes. The Chinuch now addresses at what time of day the Trumas Hadeshin is performed, the separating of the ashes. When in the day do they separate the ash? Every day the ash is separated beginning from the time of Olas HaShachar, which means dawn. On festivals, the ash is separated from the beginning of the final third of the night, which is about starting at 2 o'clock, because it's on a perfect day, it would be 6 to 10, 6 p.m. to 10 p.m., 10 p.m. to 2 a.m., 2 a.m. to 6 a.m. And on Yom Kippur, the ash is separated from midnight, halachic midnight. The Chinuch describes the procedure for performing this mitzvah. I believe it's because they needed more time, depending on holidays. Yom Kippur, he had a big service, that's why he needs more time, so he starts earlier. The Chinuch describes the procedure for performing this mitzvah. How do they separate the ash? The one who attained the right by winning the lottery to remove the ash, because all the Kohanim would have a lottery, they wanted the job. So whoever got picked, he was Zeich, he merited the mitzvah of removing the ashes. One who attained the right by winning the lottery to remove the ash immerses in a mikveh and dons the garments discussed above that are designated for the service of separating the ash. He then sanctifies his hands and feet by washing them from the waters of the kior, the laver. His brethren, the Kohanim, would tell him, beware not to touch the utensil, i.e. the fire pan, until you sanctify your hands and feet by washing them from the kior, the laver. Afterward, he takes the fire pan, which was made of silver, and was situated at the corner formed between the ramp of the altar and the altar itself on the west side of the ramp. They have a nice picture here. He takes the fire pan and ascends to the top of the altar, where he clears the coals to the sides and scoops up some of the coals that were consumed in the heart of the altar fire. He descends back to the ground by way of the ramp, which is on the south side of the altar, and then turns his face to the north and walks on the ground of the courtyard to the east of the ramp, going a total of approximately 10 amos, which is about 20 feet toward the north. He then piles on the floor those coals that he had scooped, placing the piles 3 tefachim, which is about 10 inches from the side of the ramp, in the same place where the crop of foul ola offerings and the ash of the inner altar and menorah are all placed. And we'll continue, God willing, tomorrow. Thanks for listening. Sponsor Future Mitzvah 36, 100 of gold. Have a great day.